It's okay too because I didn't use it. Make sure when I chat regardless of the women.
Welcome to Manhattan, Kansas, where you'll hear EMAW, every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child love the Kansas State Wildcats. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. He'll bring it out. It's McDowell. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Line gets set. First down. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback can go in the other direction.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. And I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. Then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defender. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Going to try to get it himself. All kinds of running room. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And this is why defensive coordinators lose sleep at night, because guys like this have the football in their hand almost every single play. Third down, nothing open. He makes it happen himself. Now
snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Edwards. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense set on first down. He's looking to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Now 2nd and 10. The back goes in motion. Johnson looking to throw. Fires downfield. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Gamecocks. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Looking for room, it's Edwards. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, South Carolina 14, Kansas State 0.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Johnson wants to throw it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
On fourth down, going to the air. He fires one deep down the right side. Fires and picked off. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
He's looking for an open man on second down. The freshman able to get home with the sack. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. That's caught. It's Bennett. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll leave it with him. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when they get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Sanders. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And the Gamecocks have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Sanders. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Splits the uprights. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He's gonna pass. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, you know, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Trying to get to him. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half.
South Carolina, 17. Kansas State, 0.
Gamecocks will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Now on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Crosses the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Kansas State quick to the line. Johnson looking to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his tight end. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Offense gets set for second down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Quickly complete. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter.
South Carolina 17, Kansas State 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Third and long situation, they try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. That's one that's just inexcusable. Fair catch signal, you gotta pull up. 15-yard penalty. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle at Cephas. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down. Kansas State pushing the pace.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Brown. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. He's looking to throw it. Spits it out to the back. Makes the catch. It's Giddens. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Trying to slam in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Kansas State.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Johnson wants to throw it. Buying some time. Into the end zone. And it's incomplete, a miss. Welcome to Manhattan, Kansas, the Little Apple, where they have taken a large bite out of college football. The man for whom the stadium is named, Bill Snyder, built this program from the losingest in the history of college football to a formidable foe and home of the Kansas State Wildcats. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gamecocks will put total leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. comes the offense on first down. Wide out in motion. Power football with the run. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. On the ground, it's Edwards. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
They'll give it to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback will audible. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Give to the running back. On the move at the 30. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25.
South Carolina offense will take over. 1st and 10.
A first down for the offense. Takes the handoff. It's Sanders. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll be brought down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Kansas State 7, South Carolina 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Pocket starts to collapse. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the back. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's caught inside the 30. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Let's see what he can do with the return. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Pulls it in. It's Giddens. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
That's a bad sign for the offense. You're trying to throw screen passes to try to negate the pass rush from the defense. That time, the pass rush even got home on a screen pass.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of...
And the defense gets to the quarterback. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Catch in the middle. It's Harbor. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And that's good enough for a first down.
He's going to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Let's see what they've got on second down. Motion from the offense. Quarterback will keep it. Keeps it himself and gets the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He wants to throw. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? You're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Unleashes one deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The give to the left side. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Kansas State 14, South Carolina.
Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the third quarter. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's going to take off. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Fights off a defender. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys. And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Lost one deep down the right side. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just sings it in there. A little Baryshnikov for the toe tap.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Throws to the wideout. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Number 14 with the catch and score.
And they'll try to tack on two. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. An 84-yard drive there, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, South Carolina 15, Kansas State 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking for a gap. It's Edwards. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Now they'll try the right side. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running to the left. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. To the ground with the back. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground. Take away that run game. Make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've gotten the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Back to the ground game on the left. Touchdown, Wildcats! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Johnson wants to throw it. Pressure coming. He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harbor. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Well, obviously here in the 4th quarter trailing, they're going to be throwing the ball, trying to get back in this game. Couldn't come up with it there on 2nd down. You're expecting them to throw it here on 3rd.
From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. The sure hands, it's Sanders. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. He's looking to throw it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
To the air, it's Sellers. Getting some heat. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Catch in the middle, it's Harbor. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team,